My mornings mean everything to me. They are my favorite part of the day. I love having a routine, and I really feel like my consistency is so much easier when I have a solid foundation that I'm building off of. So I thought I would run you guys through my preferred morning routine that really helps set the rest of my day up for success. It makes something like prep that can be a high stress situation if you're not very intentional about it feel as smooth as it possibly can. The first step in that is actually, at nighttime, because arguably the most important part, making my prep list the night before. So I have two journals here that I use. This one is like a life journal that I actually vent shit in, and this is gonna be more of a planner, papier planner that my best friend got personalized for me for my birthday. I love this thing so much, it's so beautiful. Tomorrow's date is Sunday. It'll have like a schedule listed there, just general priorities, and then a general to-do list there. And what I like to do is split my everyday tasks into just life stuff and into prep stuff. And from there, I organize that into scheduling it throughout my day. Prep list, bonus points if you can get a cute highlighter because it makes everything so much more fun. And I get to write down all of my daily non-negotiables when it comes to prep of just what is on my protocol. My vacuums, my cardio, my training, steps, posing, and then weigh-ins with a little bit of a line so I can write down what my weigh-ins are, just so I don't forget, because usually I just use my notes app, but it is kind of satisfying to write it down. There's something so satisfying about writing. On Sundays, I do all of my client scheduling for the week. I have some check-in things because I am traveling next week, so really making sure that all of my clients are taken care of in the time being. Taking a shower, getting my laundry done, and then I am eventually at some point going over to my boyfriend's house. So this is where I will go ahead and take this little tab here, translate these things into here so that I have sort of a rundown general list. And keep in mind, this is a preference of mine. I understand it's not always gonna go perfectly to plan, but just to have an intention for the day really helps me feel good. So my priorities tomorrow is going to be training, organization, since I leave on Wednesday for Alaska, and then I really wanna be intentional, I've been writing this down, about my screen time. So intentional screen time. I really do notice a difference in how I just feel throughout the day when I'm not mindlessly on my phone, if I can control that variable. Sick. Because it's Sunday, I'm grateful I don't have any time-specific things, meaning my client work, for example, can just be when I sit at my computer, not when I have a designated call time. So I'm not gonna write anything in that time slot. My body naturally, I know, wakes up at like 7:30, so that's probably when I'm gonna start my day anyways. But reducing stress also looks like not making it super specific of like, I need to be having my shower at 4 p.m. You know, obviously things don't have to be that specific, but it just gives me a general PEMDAS to follow so that I'm going to wake up tomorrow and feel like I have a little bit more of an organized plan that I can journal about tomorrow. It's currently 9:43. I am about to put my other fan on for some white noise, and in my bed back here, I'm going to read the rest of Atomic Habits that I've been working on and get the fuck to bed and get a good night's sleep to set myself up to feeling my best tomorrow as well. I aim to be in bed reading by anywhere from 10 to 10:30. Knowing that I've taken care of business tomorrow helps me feel really organized and waking up with a plan versus waking up and feeling like I have to establish one. I know that past me, aka present me now, took care of that for me. It makes a difference. As much as I'd love to be a girl who could just play a sped up Doja Cat song, I fear that's not how I like videos. I need a voiceover. I have things that I film and I'm like, I know that voiceover Haley is gonna have input on this. Like, my brain works in future mode. And so this is my future mode. Good morning, USA. How we doing, team? We're gonna weigh in first thing and make our bed to be a millionaire because that's how that works. 10 out of 10 millionaires told me that. The second our eyelids are open, we are in Operation Walktown. I don't even give myself time to think about it. I know that it makes me feel good. There is science to prove that. I have evidence personally to prove that. So we're putting our socks on, babe, and we're reading our affirmation in the mirror. What you call cringy, I call empowering. Peep the glitter H that I put on my door that we still cannot get off. Did you even have a childhood if you didn't do some kind of craft that makes a permanent bad change to your room ever? It's what makes a house a home. So I put my little fanny pack on that Nick bought for me from Athleta. I love it because I can put my phone in there and it helps because I don't have to hold my phone and I can really feel like I'm connecting with that nature. There are so many Huberman Lab episodes that discuss the importance of morning sunlight, even if that means double filming all of your vlog clips, because how do people actually make aesthetic little routines? I gotta double back everything. But it's so nice starting off with nature and just to get the majority of my steps in the morning and just wake up with the world. I'm not even going super fast. It's a chill moment. I take some psychological sighs, which is where you breathe in and then you breathe in harder and then you breathe it out. That made no sense, but you just gonna have to trust me there. To have that positive momentum, it carries me into arguably the hardest part, which is my vacuums, which is just gonna help me with posing, help me with bracing my core and getting that core stability with holding your poses for so long. So I do 10 sets of 30 seconds. It takes in total, okay, let's do some math, 5 minutes, but it's always harder for me to be like, okay, let me do my vacuums. So to do my walk first thing, it just helps me really flow into getting that done and over with. Look at that. A couple of intentional decisions and I've set the rest of my day up to not even have to think about that and think, oh my gosh, I didn't do my vacuums. Why not just do that in the front portion of my day? And then you don't even think about or remember what happened in the first part of your day. For any hard thing, I don't ask myself if I want to do it. I just start doing it and then I let those feelings come later, because at that point, once you're already like 20 minutes into anything ever, they're positive and they're already benefiting the rest of your day in some shape. Pretty sure I did not ask myself if I wanted to wash my face or brush my teeth, but it just ended up happening because that's just what I do in the mornings. So walks, journaling, anything that takes care of myself gets done because it's part of my routine and I get my routine done. I love using my skincare time to fucking relax. I know y'all saw those traps. We hold so much tension in our damn shoulders to just relax, take some deep breaths. Like, it is 8 in the morning. There is no need for my shoulders to be boulders and rock hard right now because I'm just so stressed out. For what, girl? Kiss yourself and let's go pose. I even set out my cute little red kini to remind myself to get my posing in, and I opened my tripod nice and slow because that's how I hurt my pinky in that one vlog. This clip made me laugh. That was me trying to move that around. But I send my videos over to my posing coach, just getting that practice, and even if it's 20 minutes, you'd be so shocked how much of a difference that can make if you feel like you have no idea what you're doing, babe. Practice makes perfect, okay? That's how everybody figures it out. The modern day hunter-gatherer in me likes to collect her little powders in her pantry when I take it all out and I play some music. Been loving a good jazz indie rock moment to get me feeling focused and bubbly while I take my scoops of bee pollen and greens and mold. Not for real mold. Okay, calm down. I just didn't clean it as well as I could have. You really gotta be on that unless you want to chunk on or chew on chunks of grass. Dance breaks makes everything so much better. The only little downside here is my greens are warm because I use my frother on my Keurig machine and I kind of like it. Just let me be. I bet there is some weird shit you do in your morning. We all have our moments and mine is either sauerkraut or greens powders. Being outside, if I can get that variable in my preference, no phone, no social media, just me time, pinkies up. It's amazing. It's an amazing that lasted only for these clips because it was 85 degrees and humid as hell. I was starting to get that sweat in the underboob. So I resumed my journal green fun time inside in the AC. I'm very grateful for that. Georgia does want my greens fasted anyways, so I just sipped on that while I made my yogurt. I have this pretty much, honestly, for the past couple of weeks, I've been in my yogurt moment and I love finishing off a tub, which is every other day because then I can use the tub as a little trash can. I either do a butterscotch banana peanut butter moment or I'll do the chocolate with the Elevate mixed in there and then I freeze it for like 5 minutes to get it really, really thick. Those are my two little flavor profiles. It truly tastes like dessert for breakfast every single time. I take my tackle box out, which I know about my tackle box, and I get my supplements in this cute little petri dish just so it's easier to grab. I got into it this morning. I did like 2 pages. I was really proud of myself. And now that it's been a good and grand 5 minutes, I like to tell myself it makes it thicker and like ice cream. I don't really know, but being positively delusional is a very crucial part of any routine that I have, okay? I always look forward to my little butt bites that I get of the banana, and then I throw that away, get my peanut butter Teddy's, I love you so much, sprinkle that on top. I get my peanut butter spoon in there as well, and I measure my peanut butter from the scale, which is how you get that really accurate measurement, and it kind of helps. And I take my affirmations for my Instagram story. I'm curious if you remember which one that you chose. How fun is that? What a fun challenge. Submit those for voting, and that is going to be how I set my mornings up for success. I have now taken care of like 4 different check marks on my little list up there. I can go into today feeling very guided, feeling very alert, but calm, feeling very grateful and introspective in a good way. I'm going to enjoy breakfast, work on my client stuff, and the rest of my day really just falls into place because I set my days up to perform that way. And I trust the performer. I really enjoyed making this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. It was kind of fun to switch things up a little bit and just be fun. Just having fun. You know, that's kind of the point of everything ever. This is if everything goes right to my preference, and that is not every single morning. Sometimes it's just getting a 10-minute walk or sitting on my deck for 10 minutes to get some kind of sunshine in, right? Journaling, you know, at the end of my day. The specific things don't have to be in an order to be useful to you. They don't have to be in the same environment to be useful to you, but taking time to really tune into myself and having slow mornings means everything when the rest of my day, especially today's legs, okay, it's fucking chaos. So I'm gonna sit and eat my yogurt and feel grateful and calm now because I know that things will be changing the farther in we get to our day and into prep. Let me know what you thought of today's video. If you have any non-negotiables for your routine, I love hearing different little snippets of people's days. So I would love to hear that. I was gonna say hear that comment. Hey, that's not how technology works yet. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in next week's video. Go get big.